You're here because you filled out a survey about a guy. And there's good news. This guy scored an A minus. He is a very good guy. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He has the brains, taste, and strong work ethic to go far, but he may hold himself back by not speaking up or taking bold steps when needed. He's likely to work quietly and carefully behind the scenes, not making a big show of things. However, he can get upset easily under stress, which sometimes gets in the way of steady progress.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's likely to get quite upset and may take failures to heart. He can be sensitive to criticism and frustration, sometimes reacting with anger or mood swings instead of dusting himself off quickly. It isn't that he gives up, but he does need time and care to bounce back.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People might respect his hard work and clever ideas, but he probably isn't the most popular person in the office. He can come across as blunt or straightforward and sometimes may say things without thinking about how it sounds to others. He's not a troublemaker on purpose, but misunderstandings and clashes can happen, especially when he's stressed.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He will mostly feel proud of you and genuinely want the best for you. But there might be moments when he feels a bit shaky or overwhelmed by your success, especially if he's having a tough time himself. He tends to care deeply and wishes for your happiness. So you'll see him cheering you on, even if his way of showing it isn't always smooth or full of big words. With your support and some gentle reassurance, he will see your success as something to celebrate, not something that threatens him.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he might sometimes feel a bit insecure, especially during moments when he's already feeling down about himself. He cares a lot and wants to do well, so seeing you succeed can make him proud, but can also quietly poke at his confidence if he's struggling in his own job. Over time, he can grow comfortable with the idea, especially if you support each other as a team.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is usually quite careful with money and likes to keep things organized and under control. He's not someone who will go on wild shopping sprees or make big purchases without thinking. Sometimes he might even worry a bit too much about spending, especially if he's feeling stressed.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He is the kind of person who tries to live within his means and doesn't usually show off or pretend to have more than he does. He pays attention to details and likes to keep things well planned, so he won't take big risks with money just to impress others. So you can count on him to be practical and honest about his lifestyle and finances.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He has a soft heart and truly wants to help those he cares about, so you'll see his generosity in thoughtful ways, like small acts of kindness or helping without being asked. He's not showy or flashy with money, and sometimes he can be a bit strict about spending, making sure that every rupee counts. Still, when someone really needs support, he won't hold back if it matters.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's not the secretive or controlling type when it comes to money. He likes things to be clear and organized, and he prefers honest talks over hiding things. Overall, you can expect straightforward conversations with him rather than hidden bank accounts or tricky behavior.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes that housework should be shared, not just left for you. He cares deeply about fairness and wants the home to run smoothly, so he won't expect you to do everything alone. He's not likely to sit back while you struggle. He'll pitch in, especially if he sees you're tired or stressed.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will genuinely try to help with chores and even with things like changing diapers, rather than just sitting back and telling you what to do. He might sometimes be picky about how things are done and could get a bit restless or moody if something isn't up to his standards, but he won't leave all the work to you. You can count on him to be hands on when it matters.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He truly wants to understand your side, especially because he cares deeply about the people close to him. However, if he's stressed or feels criticized, he might react defensively at first, speaking strongly or getting a little emotional. With patience, you'll see that he's willing to work things out and not just insist on being right all the time.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he gets angry, he may sometimes say things that are sharper or more hurtful than he means, especially in the heat of the moment. His emotions can get the better of him, leading to raised voices or blunt words. After he cools down, he usually feels bad for saying something unkind and tries to make it right.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does have a quick temper and can get upset faster than many people, sometimes over small things. This kind of behavior can make life stressful, especially if you find yourself walking on eggshells or worrying about setting him off. Don't ignore it or hope it will go away on its own.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He can find it hard to say sorry right away, especially when he is still upset. At first, he might blame you or try to defend himself because taking responsibility can feel tough for him, especially in emotional moments. He is not stubborn forever. He does want things to be okay between you.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is someone who cares about your feelings and usually wants to make sure you're comfortable. If you set a clear boundary and say no, he will try to respect it. But sometimes, in emotional moments or when he's upset, he might push a little or ask you to explain yourself. It's important to stand firm with him and remind him lovingly but clearly when a line shouldn't be crossed.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he may sometimes take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Because he feels emotions strongly, he might worry that you're upset with him or that he's done something wrong, even if you just want space or are tired. With gentle words and reassurance, he can learn to understand that your no isn't about rejecting him.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He values emotional closeness and takes these moments seriously, so it's unlikely he would ever use your private times to hurt or embarrass you later. Your trust and comfort matter a lot to him, and he knows the importance of keeping those special moments safe between you.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's the type who values deep connections and loyalty, so he's not easily distracted by other women. When he commits, he takes it seriously and wants to build trust and closeness with his partner. He isn't the type to flirt around or go looking for attention elsewhere. His focus stays on the person he loves.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He can be a bit sensitive and sometimes gets jealous, especially if he feels neglected or insecure, but he's not the type to be controlling or always suspicious. His deep feelings and strong need for connection can lead to moments where he wants extra reassurance or asks about your day more than usual. However, he doesn't usually try to control where you go or who you meet.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature comes from genuine care, not from a desire to control you. He wants to make sure you're safe and comfortable, and his worries often come from his deep feelings rather than wanting to boss you around. With honest, gentle conversations, he can learn to share concerns without crossing lines.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a team effort and won't expect you to handle everything alone. He believes in being responsible and fair, so he'll want to be involved in the day to day care and decision making for the kids. If you ask for help or share your worries, he'll step in rather than make excuses.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he might have trouble staying calm and can quickly lose his temper. His feelings run strong, so small mistakes or misbehavior can make him raise his voice or react with frustration before he's able to cool down. Afterward, he often feels bad and tries to make things right with the children.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He truly cares about your happiness and wants you to feel valued, not just for what you do at home, but for who you are. There may be times when he gets caught up in routines or worries about doing things right, but at heart, he understands that you need time for yourself and your dreams too.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he is not the kind of man who will support your career at first, only to later pressure you into quitting once you have a child. He sees value in your work and wants you to succeed. So his support is genuine and not a trick just to win you over. If concerns ever come up, it will be because he wants to talk things through, not control your choices.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He may not always be outwardly warm and expressive, but his care is real and goes deeper than just acting polite on the surface. He believes in treating family with respect and will try to help out or be there for your parents when needed. His warmth comes more from consistency and kindness than from outward charm. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expecting everyone to change just for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he might struggle to stay calm at first and could get upset or frustrated more quickly than you'd like. His strong feelings can make him react with sharp words or a moody attitude in the heat of the moment, which might make things feel more tense. Once he's had time to cool down, he'll be ready to talk things over and try to find peace.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He may be modern and supportive with you in private, but when it comes to family gatherings or being around his relatives, he might expect you to follow more traditional ways, at least on the surface. This isn't because he wants to control you, but because he feels pressured to keep family harmony and meet others' expectations. Gentle, honest talks with him can keep things fair and balanced.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will usually try to support you rather than just stay out of it or always side with his family. His first instinct is to keep peace and make sure everyone is okay. So he might seem a bit caught in the middle at times. But if you truly need him or feel hurt, he won't leave you alone to handle things. He'll want to help and stand by you, even if it makes things awkward.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He's not really a mummy's boy, but he does care about his mother and wants her to be happy. If there's a conflict between you and his mother, he might feel torn and uncomfortable at first, trying to keep peace on both sides. Your gentle honesty and clear communication will help him see when it's important to support you fully.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the type to share every detail of your fights or private moments with his mother or sister. He values the privacy and trust in his relationship and usually keeps sensitive matters between you and him. Still, you should gently remind him which topics are private, especially in the early days, to set clear boundaries.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Overall, that is why this guy scored an A minus. He's a very good guy. Being with this man is a mix of warmth, care, and a few emotional ups and downs. You'll feel loved and valued as he truly wants to support you and takes family responsibilities seriously.